I gotta hurry up, I gotta hurry up, I gotta hurry up. I got a huge fucking day, got a huge fucking day, gotta hurry up with my review. We're gonna hurry up with my review. Oh my god, what a big day do I have. But you know what? I have to stop everything to review this new album, The Lion's Daughter. This band, The Lion's Daughter, and their album, Skin Show. Now, I was pretty excited for this album a few days ago because I did check out their single, which was Neon Teeth, and that was absolutely fantastic. It was an incredibly synth-driven song, and I just really loved the instrumentals. The drumming was spectacular, along with that fuzzy, sexy bass you were getting. Yes, then I explored some more Lion's Daughter, and you know what, their previous album Future Cult was pretty good, along with Black Sea as well. I really enjoyed their debut album, so I was very surprised to check out that they were going to release another album via Season of Mist. And listening to this album as I was getting all excited, getting ready for bed, as the clock was about to strike midnight, heavy rain, thunder and lightning came about as a cold front was pushing through across my state. Things started to get really spooky when this uploaded on Apple Music. Holy shit, what can I say? This is an incredibly atmospheric, dark, sludgy album, incorporating elements of more of that post-sludge, you could say, along with blackened elements at times. Yes, it's very different to the album Future Cult, where they heavily use synths, where at times I feel that the synths weren't really needed in the songs, where they really played around with the synths on this album, and whoa, did it work? Hell yes, it is one of the best albums of the year, and I'm not bullshitting, no way, fucking hell, that battery is going to die any moment. So you know what, let's get on with the review. The production is absolutely fantastic on this, love the production, love the synths on this. It's pretty fucking scary as well, especially at night listening to this album in the dark, especially when the strong wind smashing the rain at your window and you feel like the window is gonna smash. This is a pretty friggin' creepy atmospheric album. Really love the guitars on this, love the guitar tone, and the drumming on this is absolutely fucking fantastic. It really is. It's got some smooth drums, love the tone of the snare, really love the drum fills, the transition, tight little accents you're getting throughout this album. The drummer should be commended, along with the guitar work. Guitar work is absolutely fantastic on this. I love how they incorporate more heavy metal riffs throughout Werewolf Hospital, along with Snakeface and even Chemist. Some doomy riffs, some doomy sludgy riffs. The guitar's just caked with static on this, along with the vocals. The vocals are absolutely incredible on this. I love how the vocals are quite metallic. They're again layered with static. It's like he's singing through a fucking megaphone or something throughout this album. But you know what? It's a pretty solid LP for what it is. It's 42 minutes with 10 songs. But the main star on this album are the synths. The synths absolutely cake this album with atmosphere. They really do. And why am I getting so hyped up and fired up on this album? Because this is a fantastic album. Something I've never really heard before in my metal journey, to be honest. This band does it better than anything else in terms of synths, in my opinion. It really does, especially modern day, where at times some bands just incorporate synths now and again that really feel out of place and really feel quite cheesy. Except this isn't cheesy at all. This is absolutely fucking fantastic. It really is. But of course, we must get on with the album. So it leads on to Become the Night, which I love the riffs on this, really enjoy his vocals. His vocals are getting caked with static. This is a very static sort of song, quite sludgy. Reminds me of a synthy Mastodon, if I could say. Yes, it does remind me of Mastodon a bit, especially the older Mastodon. And I just really love the guitar lead. And overall, it's a really good song. The Curtains is next. The bass is incredibly fuzzy throughout this. Really enjoy the groove on this song. Love the guitar work. Really enjoy how it's a crescendo, so it builds up to be quite an epic song. Love the climax of it. What's really good about The Lion's Daughter is that the listener doesn't really get bored. Whenever the listener starts to get bored, it throws you in another surprise. Yes, this is a pretty surprising album. Leads on to Neon Teeth. This was the first Lion's Daughter song I checked out. I thought it was absolutely fucking fantastic. Another synth-heavy driven song, but it creates this spooky atmosphere, incredibly spooky, especially when you're listening in the dark. It feels like there's a monster or gremlin under your bed that is probably gonna fucking grab your legs and eat you all up. Pretty good song, really enjoy it. Dead in Dreams is another spooky song. Incorporating more guitar riffs throughout this. Really enjoy the bass as well. Love the little section, love the little mid section, how it comes quite eerie. But yeah, overall it's a pretty good song. Werewolf Hospital is next. I love the heavy metal elements on this. There's a lot of heavy metal riffs. Really enjoy Werewolf Hospital. Love his vocals. The overall synths as well that start to really build throughout the song. Some would say that, yeah, they've sort of lost their identity on this song. But no, if you listen very carefully, he's got an incredibly catchy synth line. Sex Trap is next. Sex Trap is a very good song, to be honest. I love also the synth build-up. Really love the groove on this. An enjoyable song overall. What's really good is that his vocals, you can understand what he's saying. And he may be screaming, shouting, demonic tones, but holy shit, you can understand what he's saying. And yes, Sex Trap is a very interesting song lyrically. Snakeface is next, and this is probably one of the best synth lines off the album. Bong, ding, so damn good. It's very eerie. The bass again is quite prominent. Really enjoyed the slow tempo of the song. Starts to build up, and it becomes quite a hectic and crazy sort of song. This particular song reminds me of something out of like The Body Count Continues from Make Them Die Slowly. Pretty awesome album that was. Pretty awesome album this was, but Snakeface is fantastic. All How His Mind starts to pick up. One of the intense songs off the album. His vocals are absolutely aggressive in tone. Really enjoy the drum work. Love, again, the midsection, the really interesting sort of synths throughout the midsection of the song, and it builds to such a climax. Skin Show is next. Another great song. Really nice synth work. Nice drumming as well. Love the little accents you were getting throughout this song, and the guitar work is fantastic. And The Chemist, to end off the album, is overall doomy, it's overall sludgy, with some crazy metallic elements. Really enjoyed the guitar work. Again, the synths are incredibly prominent throughout the mix. And yeah, his vocals are fantastic. But The Lion's Daughter and the album Skin Show is a must-listen album if you like black and sludge, doom, even hardcore, you could say. His vocals do remind me at times metalcore. He's got these core vocals caked with static. Snakeface being one of my favorite songs off the album, and Sex Trap is more industrial, you could say. This album throws you in all sort of corners of every genre. It's got everything. Really interesting doom metal moments, sludge metal moments, at times some blackened metal moments. But yeah, overall, this is a very enjoyable album. It's like something out of Nightmare on Elm Street, The Exorcist, even Amityville Horror, all the interesting, horrific, even Psycho, you could say, all the interesting, horrific horror movies. Yes, this would blend perfectly well into this. The atmosphere, yeah, this is a fantastic album overall. The synths are incredibly catchy. Like, this is an incredibly catchy album. It really is. And maybe a lot of people would be turned off because it's just so catchy, melodic. Because, yeah, they certainly do incorporate some melodeath riffs, especially on Curtains. So to really play along with the genres. And yeah, this is one of the most experimental out of their albums in The Lion's Daughter's discography. It's a really good album, really is. So for The Lion's Daughter, Skin Show, I'm being very critical. It's going to get a solid 8 out of 10. A very enjoyable album, but I prefer other albums other than The Lion's Daughter, in my opinion, at the moment. I feel that there are a lot of albums that I really like in 2021 that are slightly better than this. But you know what? An 8 out of 10 is still a very good score. So if you don't like it, if you don't like my score, well, there's the door. Hey, score, there's the door rhymes. Wow, that is rocket science right there. But yeah, an 8 out of 10 it gets. The Lion's Daughter is fantastic. Really love the bass on this. Really love the drums. Really love the vocals. And yeah, the listeners' retention rate, in my opinion, would be pretty high on this album. Unlike I Hate God, that album, oh my god. Yeah, I only listened to one song and I thought it was, yeah, pretty bad. But anyway, fantastic sludge record, loved it. 8 out of 10 it gets. Guys, comment below what you thought about this album. Do you agree, disagree with my opinion? Drop a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you in the next one.